Namaste, Jai Bharat. Pakistan is shocked. America in disbelief that in Afghanistan there is a Hindu Afghan research center. Hindu Afghan research center. The objective in essence is for the Afghan people to trace back their Hindu ancestry. Now here one has to be careful and clear. Hindu doesn't mean religion in your terms. Hindu is for all. It's a way of life in the sense it's a cultural connotation. Culture of course is too small to stand for our concept of Sanskriti. Sanskriti is much wider than culture. Nonetheless, for want of another word. So Hindu stands for cultural identity, which is essentially shared by people with Hindu culture. There is no other word. There are people living in Bharat. There is a difference between faith and culture. There are people living in Bharat with multiple faiths, but they share the same culture. Afghanistan is also part of the Hindu culture. They name this research institute as Hindu Afghan Research Institute. They are not going to teach any philosophy there primarily. That's not going to be discussing any religion, but the activities of this cultural center is what everybody in the world failed in Afghanistan, to make them self-sufficient in food production. That we can do. We have done it to our own selves. We have done it in our nation. Somebody used to call it as green revolution, right? What Afghanistan needs is irrigation, self-sufficiency in food. They need wheat production, many other things they have. America went to Afghanistan, somebody else went to Afghanistan for the resources which they want to use. Bharat did not go for the resources. Bharat just overcome the minds of the Afghanis. Mind, not minds. Minds of the Afghanis in love. We occupied their minds through our transparency, sincerity and honesty, because the Afghan people can reciprocate it spontaneously. They are also upright, honest, straightforward and transparent community. It's very easy for us to deal with them because there is no apprehension, pretension. One-to-one, direct correspondence of transparency. That's how the relation used to be in the past. And that they have reinvented in spite of all the Islamic stories which Pakistan and Turkey, like other people, were teaching them to make Afghanistan an instrument of theirs. But now they discover. Now they don't care, but the faith system is intact. Nobody is discussing about faith system. We are discussing about culture. We share that. Pakistan is supposed to share their culture with us in a much intense form, but they have lost it. They have themselves became self-alienated from their own original identity, so why we can't help it? So they will continue to be the quagmire in which they are in now. This Hindu Afghan Heritage Center is primarily is going to look at infrastructural developments, which Bharat is already doing, and irrigation, cultivation of wheat and other grains which are needed in Pakistan, which are needed for the Afghanistan, for which they depend on others. It's better for us if they can cultivate, instead of sending truckloads from here, they will make it there. We don't want to feed them by giving food. We want to make them their own food. And they will depend, they need not to depend on others. They'll depend on themselves, they'll become autonomous. They will need to ask. They are hardworking people. They can do it. They can overcome, and they will make it. That's the prime purpose of this Hindu attitude towards Hindu Pathans. Culturally, everyone is a Hindu, but faith system don't mix up with culture. Then things are clear. Things will be clear, and the relations will be obviously transparent than what transparency shall be. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Sri Ram.